on, you know. So I was well into it. So and no regrets at all. You know, so it's a nice drive. Yeah.
Timothy Leary. Perhaps it was all you guys.
No, it's definitely me. I know that.
Yeah, you guys wrote the song. Graham, another one for you. Do you play golf in your days off while on tour?
Not now, no. I can't do 4 hours of golf and then start playing drums. And if I don't play a couple of times a week, one tiny bit of a game I've got starts to fall away, and it all gets too embarrassing, especially when John is so good, and now our bus driver is a good golfer as well. I just cringe with embarrassment and hide.
Next one for you, John. Are you going to perform sitting at the wheel on any upcoming tours, or have you considered it?
We've only just got round to do the songs we did on this tour, and the next tour. No, haven't really thought about it, but I suppose now someone's brought it up. He'll be sitting there in the back of the head going, sitting at the wheel. I suppose just, you know, the concert we do now, and I'm sure you're all going to enjoy it tonight, I'm sure you will. We've got the show, I think, exactly right. And so that's what we're doing now. And so I hope you're going to enjoy it this evening.
You did do the World Live, didn't we?
Yeah, we have done, yeah. Yeah, bus driver took off.
Justin, here's one for you. Have you had any problems getting your 335 through customs? I was taking my 67 Hummingbird to the Bahamas this summer, but not after seeing an earlier interview.
Well, then the person who was asked the question probably knows that there was it a federal raid on Gibson last year concerning the woods that guitar makers are using. And it's not that the wood is illegal, it's sort of where they come from and how it's processed before it comes here, and whether it defies any kind of any trade agreements or any of that stuff. It's all a bit of a very odd kind of smokescreen, and particularly Gibson seems to be targeted. What was the guitar that this person was trying to bring?
Hummingbird.
Yeah. But I certainly had to have my guitar, as you well know, Mark, you know, documented and certified, and particularly as mine's got an ebony neck, which is right politically incorrect. But yes, so I didn't have any problems because of his particular age. But Gibson has certainly got some problems, and that's a real shame. Because, you know, the people that are trying to protect the rainforest, oh, I know quite a lot of them. That's a very noble kind of cause. But if there's no demand for the wood, if you get rid of the reason for people wanting wood, then the rainforest will definitely disappear. You know, because they'll just build something else. They'll cut it down anyway. But so far I haven't, but I know people who, as you well know, Mark, who have for a while, but I think it's mostly with Gibsons, as long as you get them certified, that's fine. But new Gibsons, there's certainly a problem with, yeah.
I actually gave the gentleman that asked that question the name of the guy that did the guitar, so you can have his Hummingbird done.
Yeah, it's worth it, yeah, just carrying it with it, yeah.
Here's a question for all of you guys. What was the closest any of you had to calling it quits? Have any of you had to talk any one of the others into going on any particular tour?
I think my answer to that is I plead the fifth. Or
I think we've got a real democracy between us. And that really means if someone doesn't want to do it, you don't do it. You know, it's the opposite of what everybody thinks democracy is. Everybody thinks if the majority want to do it, you do it. But that's really not the way to make a great life.
Justin,
I don't think I've ever pleaded with anyone to do anything unless it's concerned with something below the belt. Certainly nobody in this band.
Here's one for you, Justin. Is there any plans to release on vinyl again?
I believe there is, yeah. I believe Universal, you know, we're talking about putting this Icon series out, and then the band was all enthusiastic about that for a while, and then since then it seems to have gone a bit cold, or because we stopped being enthusiastic about it. But yeah, I think the Icon thing is coming out on vinyl, so that'll please some people who are stuck in the 60s or whatever. It doesn't, I mean, I must say, I did, when I remastered all of the Moody's albums and listened to the vinyl, there's a very good reason why we're in the digital domain, you know, now. And it's so sort of hit and miss vinyl recordings, and I can't say that it's not better. Vinyl wasn't better at all.
John, here's one for you. I'm not a musician, so forgive me if this is a dumb question. How often do the strings on your guitars break or need to be replaced? Also, have any of the guitars you use on tour ever needed any major repairs? I recall Justin's black one was damaged in New Zealand several years ago.
Well, Danny, our guitar technician, who was probably just sitting over there, quietly changing all the strings on the guitars anyway. Normally the strings don't break, it's very rare. The strings are changed probably every 3 concerts to stop anything like that. But they're not changed just so that they won't break. Normally they'll break if you get a bit over enthusiastic on sort of a rock and roll song. They don't break it. They don't break at all. And yes, the guitars are constantly being looked at. In between the last tour and this tour, both my basses, all the frets have been taken off, and the head's been changed, the tuning pegs have been changed, the electronics have been changed, both of my basses. My 12-string, all the frets have been taken off, refretted, and yeah, it's just a constant thing, because the great thing is that when you go on stage playing your guitar, your bass, you want it to be exactly right every time, and so that's what Danny does, and he does an unbelievably great job. Thank you, Danny.
He's actually taking a bow back there right now. Greg, here's one for you. How come old bald men never get drumsticks handed to them after the show? I think I know the answer, I understand.
And neither do old bald women. I used to give them to children because I figure anybody under the age of, say, 12 who's I've obviously come with their parents, if they've been good enough to sit there for 2 hours listening to us old fogies, I figure give them a momentum to take home.
Let's see here. Let's see, a question for all of you guys. We all know you're accomplished musicians, songwriters, and performers. Do you have any hidden talents?
I'm a newt breeder. Or at least I used to be. Much to the chagrin of my first wife.
Oh, there isn't.